Good morning, everybody. I want to make this little video for all of my Youth for Freedomers, my freedom fighters, my warriors. I want you to know I miss you. Oh my goodness, I was presenting in a group of young ladies last night and was witnessing them coming out of their comfort zone and doing some shifts and starting to feel that freedom. And I just wanted to wrap them all up and transport them into YFF and have all of my youth who have been with me through the years just wrap their arms around these girls and let them know that they are beautiful and sing to them that they're a princess. And I'm like, I miss my kids. I miss my youth so much. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of Youth for Freedom. I am filled with gratitude and honor also to be able to be with you and in your presence and learn from you, and also to be able to teach you some things that I've learned has been a huge, huge miracle in my life. So want to start that off with a ton of gratitude. We've got some great things happening with Youth for Freedom that I want to tell you guys about. Number one is we're going to have a closed registration this year. We're going to let so many youth come into our June 9th through the 11th of 2015 program here in Utah. I've got one in Midwest that we're working on as well. And for right now, we're going to cap those numbers to make sure that everybody gets the attention they need. We're trying to fill it as fast as we can so that we know ahead of time how many shirts, the sizes, different food needs, how to cater to you youth and the parents as well, even more on a one-to-one basis. Okay, so we're going to keep the numbers small, and we have a cap for each level. So I want to let everybody know ahead of time so you don't be caught unawares. Some of you are really good at waiting for the last minute. I know. I've seen that. I know that in my life. I understand it. It doesn't work so well at Youth for Freedom because we want to be able to plan the numbers. So this year we're changing things. We're going to actually cap it. So I want everybody, if you know you're coming to Youth for Freedom, then get registered today. And so this is the thing. And this is a different thing that we've never had like before, okay? Because we're capping it, then we wanted to make sure that everyone who wanted a spot could get one. So here's the extra little thing that we're able to do for you this year, is if you know you're coming but you don't have the whole $497, what we're going to do for you is what I've told in the email, hopefully you've heard about this, is you can register for your spot now. It's a non-refundable $200 that secures your spot so that you get to go and make sure that you're going with all of your friends and coming to this particular Youth for Freedom, and then make sure that you pay off the rest by May of next summer. Okay, and then that guarantees your spot. But then we know you're coming, we know your shirt size, we know how to plan for you, all of that kind of good stuff we can start planning for way ahead of time. So make sure to get in, get your spot, gather all your friends that you want to make sure that they're with you, because oh my goodness, that's a huge piece of what the youth tell me after the fact is, I wish I brought my 10 friends because they would have loved this. So make sure to call those 10 friends, get them registering with you now, secure your spot, and make sure they get in, okay? This is a huge promotion that is just from my heart to yours. Everyone who registers and gets a spot from the time this email goes out to 2 weeks later, you've got a 2-week window to grab your spot for Youth for Freedom, and know that, oh man, in June, next year, next summer, my life and world changes. I gain all these friendships, I gain this freedom, I understand who I am at a personal level, and take responsibility and start owning me, my thoughts, my emotions, my circumstances, my situations. I am responsible for me. And that you're going to create that in Youth for Freedom like we've done every year. And this year we're just going to even get bigger because we always do. So if you register and grab your spot over the next 2 weeks, this is a gift from me to you. I have an entire library, 16 different audio classes that I've taught. 8 of those classes are geared towards the parents. 8 of those classes are geared towards the youth. And they're different subjects and magnificent for everybody. I think every single human on the planet ought to know these principles, right? All about personal development, leadership, freedom, understanding yourself at a bigger level, emotional intelligence. Whoo! A lot of us are missing that piece, right? We definitely go for the IQ, but we forget about the EQ, which is hugely important. So my different classes, all 16 audio recordings of my library, I will gift to you. If you register from now to, and you have a 2-week window to register yourself, anyone who's registering in that time frame, I'll automatically just send you my entire library, and you've got a whole lot of study going on from that, okay? Because I want you to make sure that you have your notebooks ready. And people have asked me, Cami, have you transcribed these audio classes? Because there's so much. Oh my gosh. I'm like, no. But you can push pause and you can write it down. You can go back and re-listen because it's on your computer. You'll own it. It'll be yours for always. You put it on your iPod and you go walking. One of my mentees told me yesterday, she's like, Cami, you don't get the physical benefits of this, but every morning I take you on a walk with me and I'm listening to your classes, and it's just so shifting the way I see the world. It's shifting the way I parent. It's shifting the way I see myself in the mirror. It's shifting the way I love. It's all sorts of goodness. So thank you for joining me on your walk every morning, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I loved hearing that. So that's a huge gift from me to you. I want you to register. You know you want to be at Youth for Freedom. No matter what, get your spot right away so that we know you're coming and we can prepare for you even better than we have in the past. Because we're upgrading things. We're putting systems in place. We are getting organized. Okay, it's my team that's really helping me do this and pulling it off. But I want you guys to know I love you so much. You mean the world to me. Parents, thank you so much for trusting me and my entire Youth for Freedom staff with your most precious and priceless gifts, which are your children. I am honored. I want to throw one more thing into this video clip so that you guys can get all of the good stuff that's going on, and it's totally slipped my mind. So maybe I'll include that part in an email because I've totally forgot what it is. Let us know if you want us to come to you and do a Taste for Freedom. If you can pull together 20, 30 kids, we'll do a Taste for Freedom and we travel to you, get them to know about what's going on, and then bring them to Youth for Freedom, all that kind of good stuff. Adults, we've got the Elevate trainings that Shelby Smith and I do, where we come to you, we rent out a mansion, we feed you, we house you, and you get our mentoring for 3 days. And it's a whole lot of self-worth, playing, inner child healing. It's just loads of laughter and fun, but unstuck energy. Like, we totally help you raise your energy. We give you mentoring tools, all that kind of stuff. We've got one going on in Orem next month, but we'll recreate those. If you want to bring us out to you, if you have a bunch of adults who could use this, bring us out to you. We're finally hearing your call. The adults are like, when's it my turn? We're like, okay. It's about time that we work with the adults too. So that's the Elevate part of that. Live, love, learn, and laugh. And for the youth, it's Youth for Freedom and Taste for Freedom. Oh, I remembered. Oh, my brain is so wonderful. I love you, brain. Thank you so much for remembering. Okay. At the end of Youth for Freedom, every single year for 15 years, the kids go home and they're like, on fire, right? And then I get these little texts or Facebook messages or little messages through email saying, Cami, I was so free, I was so happy, I was so me and in my place and in my passion, I was so alive at Youth for Freedom. And then I come home to the old ways and my old friends and my old habits, and I just slip back into that. Is there any way to keep going and keep alive, keep plugging in to the Youth for Freedom spirit? And so I've really been thinking about that a lot. The kids need it. I need it. I can't just have it one time a year and then maintain it for the whole rest of the year. That's 363 days that I don't have to, I can't do that. And so I get it. I get it, kids. I'm listening to you. I hear you. I'm going to help solve the problem. I'm going to put together a 2-hour session of conference call. Every month, I'm going to do this. To be involved in this, it's like a $200 gift package, right? Because an hour's worth of my time, if you want me to mentor you one-on-one, it's $100, okay? So with the group setting, I'm going to only charge $9 a month. And these kids, every month you can plug into the Youth for Freedom. I'm going to give you new stuff to start thinking about, new ways to shift the way you see the world. Okay? And it'll be a consistent Saturday. At the same time, it'll be recorded and emailed to you. You own that, okay? So every month, it's another 2-hour piece that plugs you in to, oh yeah, that's right. That's why I'm worth it. That's why I belong. This is how I feel about myself. And right? So we're going to be setting that up. If you are interested, please respond to me, to this email. Let me know that you're interested and want to sign up for that. It's only $9 a month. It'll be 2 hours every month, and it'll just be consistent. You'll have the same Saturday. If you miss it, the recording will still come to you. All that kind of good stuff. We'll have a question and answer time where the kids can hear each other and plug in and be like, oh, are you on that call? And they can remember the connections that they have. All that kind of good stuff. So there's all of the Youth for Freedom stuff coming to you. Get yourself registered, youthforfreedom.org. We want you there. And parents, I love you so much. Kids, I miss you like crazy. Get in my world. Mwah.